Imagine standing in a dimly lit room, face to face with a mirror, uttering the name Bloody Mary 3 times. Goosebumps prickle your skin, your heart pounding like a frantic drummer. You're not alone. Welcome, my dear friend, to the intriguing, spine-tingling world of urban legends. Today we're unraveling the threads of the chilling tale of Bloody Mary. Picture this: a dark room, a mirror, and your own reflection. Now add the incantation, repeating Bloody Mary 3 times. It's a ritual that's been whispered about at sleepovers, shared around campfires, and passed down through generations. This is not just a story, it's a shared cultural experience, a rite of passage, and a test of courage. It's a tale that is seeped into our collective consciousness, a spectral woman haunting our reflections. Are you brave enough to try it? Or does the thought send shivers down your spine? Let's dive deeper into this chilling tale. The folklore of Bloody Mary has its roots buried deep in history, tangled in a web of truths, half-truths, and outright fabrications. Many believe the legend originated with Queen Mary I of England, a monarch known for her violent reign and tumultuous personal life. She earned the nickname Bloody Mary due to her ruthless persecution of Protestants. Her story is one of heartache and loss, marred by phantom pregnancies and failed attempts to produce an heir. Some say that these tragic circumstances were the seeds of the Bloody Mary legend, suggesting that the Queen's despairing spirit is still searching for her lost children in the afterlife, appearing when summoned by the mirror ritual. However, the legend of Bloody Mary is not confined to the British Isles. Variations of this chilling tale have seeped into different cultures around the world. In some versions, Bloody Mary is not a tormented queen, but a witch executed for practicing dark arts. In others, she's a vengeful spirit of a wronged woman, forever trapped between this world and the next, her wrath invoked by uttering her name in front of a mirror. Despite these differences, a common thread weaves through each version of the tale: the mirror. Mirrors throughout history have often been associated with the supernatural, seen as portals to the otherworldly realms. This belief, combined with the eerie practice of calling upon a spirit, may have given birth to the ritual that so many of us know today. So, a simple mirror ritual has its roots in the dark corners of history. Intriguing, isn't it? Why does the mere mention of a name, Bloody Mary, strike fear in our hearts? It's a question worth pondering. After all, it's not like we're discussing a real person who's out to get us. No, we're talking about a character from a legend, a tale, a myth. So why the fear? The fear of the unknown is one of the most potent fears known to mankind. When we can't predict or understand something, our mind tends to fill in the gaps with the worst possible scenarios. It's a survival mechanism kicking into gear to protect us from potential threats. And when it comes to Bloody Mary, there's plenty of unknown to go around. Who is she? What does she want? Why does she appear when her name is called thrice in front of a mirror? These unanswered questions spark our imagination, leading us to anticipate the worst. Then there's the power of suggestion. This psychological phenomenon is quite powerful and can significantly influence our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. When we hear the tale of Bloody Mary, the vivid descriptions, the eerie setting, the dire consequences, all of these elements plant a seed of fear in our minds. The more we think about it, the more we start to believe it could be real. The suggestion that Bloody Mary could appear if we chant her name, it manipulates our thoughts, creating a sense of fear and dread. Moreover, mirrors have long been associated with the supernatural, serving as portals to other realms, or reflecting more than just our physical appearance. The thought of seeing something ominous or unexpected in our reflection is unsettling, to say the least. It adds another layer of fear to the legend of Bloody Mary. So there we have it. The fear associated with Bloody Mary isn't just about a spooky story. It's about the unknown, the power of suggestion, and our innate response to potential threats. Fear, it seems, is as much a part of us as our own reflection. From whispered stories at slumber parties to Hollywood screens, Bloody Mary has certainly made her mark. As we journey further into the world of urban legends, it's impossible to overlook the significant impact Bloody Mary has had on popular culture. This eerie spectre, summoned by chanting her name 3 times in front of a mirror, has not only haunted our nightmares but also our media consumption. Let's start with the world of literature. Authors have been inspired by the chilling legend, weaving it into their narratives. Take, for instance, the horror novel Bloody Mary by J.A. Conrath, where the protagonist is a detective named Jack Daniels, who is drawn into the dark history of the Bloody Mary myth. Moving on to the silver screen, the legend has influenced numerous movies. The 2006 horror film Bloody Mary is a direct reference to the legend, while the Candyman series also draws heavily from the Bloody Mary mythos. And who can forget the portrayal in Paranormal Activity 3, where the game Conjuring Bloody Mary serves as a spine-chilling plot point. Television hasn't been left behind either. Supernatural, Grimm, The X-Files, Charmed, and South Park are just a few examples of shows that have incorporated the Bloody Mary legend into their narrative, each with their unique spin on the tale. Even in the world of video games, the legend of Bloody Mary finds a home. The Wolf Among Us, a popular game by Telltale Games, features Bloody Mary as a ruthless antagonist, adding an interactive element to the legend. And let's not forget music. There are numerous songs that reference Bloody Mary, from Lady Gaga's dance track Bloody Mary to the punk band The Living End's song Bloody Mary. This widespread representation in popular culture reinforces the fear and fascination surrounding Bloody Mary, leaving us with a chilling reminder of the power of stories. Bloody Mary might be a legend, but her influence is very much real. Now, before we return to our regularly scheduled chills, a quick reminder. You know, folks, urban legends are like your mother-in-law's holiday fruitcake. They stick around forever, and just when you think you've finally gotten rid of them, they show up again, uninvited and scarier than ever. But unlike that dreaded fruitcake, we actually enjoy these spine-tingling tales, don't we? So here's the deal. If you want to keep getting your regular dose of deliciously terrifying urban legends, minus the indigestion, you've got to subscribe to this channel. Think of it as your very own urban legend fruitcake, but one that you actually look forward to receiving. And hey, if you don't subscribe, who knows? Maybe the next time you look in the mirror and say Bloody Mary 3 times, she'll just roll her eyes and say, "Sorry, I only appear for subscribers." Alright, back to our hair-raising tale. Ever wondered what's the scientific explanation behind the Bloody Mary phenomena? Well, strap in, because we're about to dive into the realm of brain science and sensory perception. Let's begin with the Caputo effect. This intriguing phenomenon was named after psychologist Giovanni Caputo, who conducted a study where participants were asked to stare into a mirror in a dimly lit room for 10 minutes. Sounds simple, right? But here's the kicker. A significant number of the participants reported seeing hallucinations, ranging from strange faces to monstrous beings. You see, our brains are wired to recognize faces. It's a survival instinct dating back to our earliest ancestors. But when we stare at our own reflection in a low-light setting, our brains can get a bit confused. The lack of visual stimuli can lead our minds to fill in the gaps, creating hallucinations that can be, well, a bit creepy. But wait, there's more. The fear associated with the Bloody Mary legend can also be attributed to what psychologists call expectation confirmation. Basically, if you're expecting to see something scary, your brain is more likely to interpret ambiguous stimuli, like your own distorted reflection, as something frightening. It's why you might see a monster in the shadows when you're home alone at night, or why you might hear strange noises when you're convinced your house is haunted. And let's not forget the power of suggestion. If you're standing in front of a mirror chanting Bloody Mary's name, you're already priming your brain to expect something scary to happen. This can amplify the effects of the Caputo effect and expectation confirmation, making the experience even more terrifying. So science does have an answer, but does it take away the thrill? You decide. After all, knowing why we're scared doesn't necessarily make the fear go away. It just gives us a little more insight into the fascinating, complex, and occasionally spooky workings of our own minds. So, we've journeyed through history, psychology, pop culture, and even science, all in the name of Bloody Mary. We've seen how a simple mirror chant has evolved into a chilling urban legend that continues to captivate us. From its fascinating origins to the psychological factors that fuel our fear, we've explored every corner of this eerie tale. We even took a humorous detour just to lighten the mood a bit amidst all the spookiness. And let's not forget our delve into the realm of science, where we uncovered the potential reality behind the reflection. In the end, whether you're a skeptic or a believer, one thing's for certain. The legend of Bloody Mary has a firm place in our collective consciousness. And remember, the next time you're in front of a mirror in a dimly lit room, think twice before you say her name. And don't forget to subscribe. After all, we wouldn't want Bloody Mary to be your only company, would we?